And this is the comparison you never saw coming. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Lightning McQueen all being given the pink slip by Disney in favor of more exciting, fresh female faces. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. I spend a lot of time complaining about Disney on this channel, and this video is gonna be no different. I have a lot of complaints about what Disney has done to some of my favorite pieces of intellectual property. I'm looking at you, Marvel and Star Wars. But I have come to notice a very important trend that has come up with pretty much any piece of content that Disney has revived only to beat with a stick over the past few years. And this tweet that I saw just a couple of days ago really reminded me of that fact. The tweet reads, "I need Lucasfilm to understand. Not everyone grows up to be a miserable old man with a failed personal life. Please find other conflicts for our beloved characters." And then there's a picture of Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, and Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Now I think this is a really great tweet and I'm glad that I saw it. But the important part to me here is actually the mistake of asking Lucasfilm to make this change. It's not Lucasfilm. This is a plague that Disney started. When Disney acquired Lucasfilm and by extension Star Wars, they didn't just acquire a few movies that left these characters' ends up in the air. They acquired a really long and beautiful history within the extended universe of what exactly had become of some of our favorite heroes, like Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. And guess what? Neither of these people grew up to be miserable old assholes. Luke Skywalker had an incredibly successful career as a Jedi, as a trainer of Jedi. He actually had a wife, Mara Jade, at one point. He had a legacy that at no point delved into being a miserable bearded old hermit, milking things that most certainly should not have been milked, and flinging lightsabers into the sea. But when Disney acquired Star Wars and Disney wanted us to like the sequel trilogy, well, what did they do? They had to make us stop liking our original trilogy favorites. So instead of making Luke a guy with a great history, well, they made him a failure, willing to die alone on an island because he had lost hope and every other beautiful quality that we grew to love and admire about him from the original trilogy, all in the hopes that lifelong Star Wars fans would laser off their Luke Skywalker tattoos and become absolutely devoted to Rey, Mary Sue,
Rey Skywalker.
They did the same thing with Han Solo, except much worse, because they basically made him a miserable old deadbeat dad, and then let Adam Driver, Kylo Ren, stab him in the chest in the very first movie of the sequel trilogy, and then they threw his body over a railing. You take a look at what they did with these two characters, and it's so incredibly obvious that using the tired, miserable old man trope just serves to push up the fresh new female face trope. I'm not sure if that's what they did in Indiana Jones, I can't speak to that. But let's take a look at a piece of content by Disney for children, actually. I grew up watching Cars, as in Pixar's Cars. I was obsessed with it. If you look closely in the background of some of my videos, you can actually still make out that I have a Lightning McQueen collection behind me. I'm not kidding, this was $250. Don't laugh. Actually, it's pretty funny. But anyways, if you take a look at Cars, a character like Lightning McQueen was once a plucky rookie figuring out the true meaning of friendship. If you take a look at Cars 3, they basically turned Lightning McQueen into grumpy old man is now irrelevant and bitter about it, and then replaced him with a young plucky female, Cruz Ramirez. And this is the comparison you never saw coming. Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Lightning McQueen all being given the pink slip by Disney in favor of more exciting, fresh female faces. It's not even just with females specifically. I'm of the opinion that Boba Fett was turned into a laughingstock pacifist because they had already given all his cool traits to Din Djarin, and even he was made irrelevant in the third season of his own series so that the iconic Bo-Katan could make her rise as the Queen of Mandalore. It is the top item on Disney's agenda to ruin ruin everything you once loved in favor of shoving something new in your face. It might be a female with a bunch of buns with a lightsaber who's never had a day of training in her life but is somehow perfect at everything. It could be a bright yellow race car inexplicably named Cruz Ramirez, even though those are two Latin last names. Or it could be a redhead with a bad attitude who doesn't like your adopted green baby. Either way, if you're a beloved character and Disney has the rights to you, you're going down, because they've got somebody new ready to replace you, and they won't just replace you, they gotta flush you down the toilet before you come off the lunchboxes and merchandise. That's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on Disney's grumpy old man tactics in the comments below.